Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video. I don't know what to call the channel yet, but we'll see, man. Just maybe comment on the comment section and I'll get the name, or already by that time I already have a name. So today it is day one of learning how to automate tasks with Python. This is not my first time learning Python or coding with Python, but I'm not so good. I'm just a beginner, but not that beginner at the starter one, but just a basic one and immediate. So today I'm gonna do the chapter one, which is the Python basics. Yeah, well. So we're gonna cover something like gonna cover expressions and the most basic type of Python instructions. So first, you can code with Python on many applications. Like for now, we have three basic applications that you can use to code with Python. So we have PyCharm, Tony, and Visual Studio Code. So for me, I normally use Tony. Sometimes I use the Visual Studio Code. It just depends on my mood, actually. So let's get to it. So for now, I would like us to start with Tony. So here on Tony, we have the interactive shell, of which this is it, and we have this one here. This one is not the interactive shell. This is where you write your code. You see, just write your code there. So for now, in the interactive shell, you are still able to write some values and expressions. For example, you can write 2 plus 2, and it can still give you an answer. So this 2 plus 2, it is known as the expression. So an expression, it is basically expression is basically values and operators that evaluate to a single value. So since these 2 plus 2 evaluate to a second value, to a single value, which is 4, then that means this is an expression. So we can do many example, but I'd rather not, man. We'll just go. So this one here, this plus this addition sign here, it is known as the operators. We all know that from mathematics, right? So yeah, man. So there are many operators that we have in Python, but others are not so common, but we have them. I'll show you just now. So yeah, so these are the operators that we have on Python. You can use these ones. We have the exponent, the modulus. Sorry about this. We have the exponent, the modulus, integer division, multiplication, and a subtraction. So you can try some of them and play around with them. That's not a problem. You'll see what you are doing. See, man. So let's get to it. So for now, I don't know which one you're gonna be using. We'll just see. So please bear with me, guys. This is my first time doing a YouTube video and not used to this, but I'll try. So I think we can start with variables. So what is a variable? So a variable, it is like a container that contains your value, and it is a container that contains your value, or it is a container that is assigned to your value. For example, we can say maybe let's say my name. So this my name, it is called the variable. So but it is not a variable without you assigning it to a value. So we're gonna say my name, it is equal to maybe 5. So this now, it is a variable that is assigned to 5. So the 5, it is the integer. So we're gonna go to data types now. So before we go to data types, we have when you're writing a variable, your variable must only be one word, which means it can be my name, then you assign it to your desired value. So this can be, so this my name is your value, and then this value, it is your value. But you don't have to put the brackets. I just did it just to show you the example, you know. So after this, you can, so your variable name can only contain one word. It cannot begin with a number or special character, you know. So if you write a variable and then you start like 7 and then you say my name, then you say equal to 5, then that is not a variable. Like for example, check, um let's just comment this out. Yeah, so you can see that it gave us a syntax error, which means this, you starting with 7 when writing a variable name, it is not appropriate. So when you erase the 7, then it will give you no error, which means your variable is good. So when you write a variable, you must not start it with a number, special characters. If you want to write your variable, maybe you say write with your name and surname, you can just do this. Say name, can say name, um name, then you say underscore, then you say surname, then you write your name and surname, you know. So then you write your name and surname. So let's go to the data types. So in Python we have data types, which is the integer, the string, the boolean, and what, and float. So an integer, it is a positive or a negative number, a negative whole number, and a float, it is a positive or a negative number with decimal places. A string, it is a single or a collection of characters that are enclosed within that are enclosed within a single or double quotes, you know. I'll just write you for example. So this 5 here, it is our integer. So this 5 here, it is our integer. So if we want to write a string, then we're gonna say then we're gonna use those double quotes or single one like this. It has no problem. So let's say my name, it is maybe Tom, or yeah, let's say it's Tom. So we're gonna write double quotes, then we say Tom, then that's it. Then this one, it is a string, you know. So if we want to write a float, we can say let's say number equal to, a float, it is a number with decimal places, so which means let's say 2,5. So 2,5, it is our decimal number, it is our float. So now we have those values, 5, which is an integer, and Tom, which is our string, and 2.5, which is our float. So now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do an example. I'm gonna do a small example nyana to see how these things works. So let's say let's assign